I got it. Oh! Kenta Kobashi is the coolest fucking wrestler in the world. This nigga's a fucking legend. Hold on, I gotta put y'all on.
Quite a while back, I did a video about the Tiger Driver 91, Mitsuharu Misawa's biggest and deadliest move, one that he only used a handful of times, almost always resulting in him getting the victory. Indeed, the Tiger Driver 91 was considered so lethal that very few people have ever tried to emulate it over the years. Not only is the move well known due to the times that Kobashi used it, it's also well known due to how many other people have used it. A lot of wrestlers have adopted the Burning Hammer in various forms. It's even been seen a few times in a WWE ring, and it could be argued that the move may well have lost a bit of the impact.
Man, fuck the way these everybody else uses it. Fucking the Burning Hammer was only used 7 times in Kenta Kobashi's career. And it's how many years? He had to have like a fucking 20+ year career. 7 times has he used it, and nobody's kicked out of it. Wait, has someone kicked out of it? I don't think anybody's kicked out of it, bro. It's like how do you kick out of a move where someone literally drops you on your fucking head, like unprotected? You can't cover yourself or anything because you're falling backwards. Like, it just makes sense.
Especially when you consider how risky the move is. We'll be looking at that part of the move's history for sure, but this is primarily about Kobashi's usage of the Burning Hammer, where it came from, and the big matches that it featured in. So yes, it is another Kenta Kobashi video, the man who some people have observed is quite possibly the main character of the whole Kim Justice's Wrestling Road channel. And hey, I wouldn't necessarily disagree with that. Let's go.
He's literally the main character of wrestling, bro.
So where does the move come from, and when did Kenta Kobashi start using it? Well, there's certainly a bit of context required when it comes to the debut of the move on October 24th, 1998. Kenta Kobashi was Triple Crown champion at the time, having defeated Toshiaki Kawada for the belt on the 12th of June, and after 2 successful defences against Jun Akiyama and Akira Taue, he was scheduled to face Mitsuharu Misawa on October 31st in the Nippon Budokan Hall in a tag
Those
match.
punches are real. What the fuck? Oh yeah.
Jinsei
Fucking Japanese wrestling, their fucking strong style. They don't pull their punches, bro. It's so stiff and unique.
Shinzaki
Pause.
taking on Mitsuharu Misawa and Takao Omori. We only get a few minutes of the action from the match, but after Kobashi has a couple of near falls with a powerbomb and a lariat, he gets Misawa up for what seems to be a backdrop, but he positions him on the top rope. Omori tries to intervene, but Shinzaki is quick to stop it, and Kobashi lays Misawa back first across his shoulders. The commentator thinks he's going for an Argentine backbreaker of some kind. He is, of course, wrong.
Nope, he's about to kill him. He's about to... Ooh, oh my god, bro. Oh my god, hold on. Come on,
Of course,
hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Look at this, bro. Yeah, these matches were fucking raw, bro. Not talking about WWE. Like, oh my gosh, bro. That is nasty. No wonder he only used this 7 fucking times. He's still edging your... What are you talking about? What?
The crowd and commentary absolutely scream at what they've just seen. Kobashi has driven Misawa head first into the mat from his shoulders, and it's enough to get Kenta Kobashi his first ever pinfall against Mitsuharu Misawa.
He's dead. He's paralyzed. He's gone.
It is an absolutely staggering
reduced to atoms.
move. And yet, as far as the eventual...
So is it still scripted? Imagine that they get dizzy, so dizzy that they can't get pinned. I mean, obviously, like, there's like 2 types of like wrestling matches, I guess. The scripted matches and the matches that they call in the ring, where, you know, both men or women, they improvise in the ring and do their moves or whatever, unstructured. So it just depends. But like, if there's like a botch where someone that like actually gets knocked out and like get dizzy and shit, then hey man, shit gotta happen.
title defense against Misawa on October 31st.
No, we could do about it.
He wasn't able to help him there. He didn't get the chance to execute the Burning Hammer.
That's so
Misawa
nasty.
hit the Tiger Driver 91 first, and while he was able
Tiger Driver is so nasty too.
to produce a stunning kick out, Kobashi would still
land
go
on the
to
back of your
lose the
fucking
Triple
neck
Crown after a quite simply phenomenal 40+ minute match. Now, at first, this move actually wasn't called the Burning Hammer. It was simply known as the Kobashi.
Remember when I got my stream got striked when I was fucking watching a full match of I think it was AJPW.
Special.
It was either
It took
AJPW or
quite a
Noah.
while for the move to get its famous name, and it actually happened thanks to a video game which called the move the Burning Hammer.
I'm playing one of these video games on stream. I don't care.
It's not confirmed exactly what game it was, although as far as I can see, the first wrestling game to feature the Burning Hammer was Giant Gram 2 on the arcade and Dreamcast, and I am almost certain, based on this being released in May of 1999, that
Oh
this
my
is the game
God.
in question.
That's so fire.
As far as the actual move itself goes, well, the impact and danger kinda go without saying. It's often thought of as
Why does this
something
look so
akin to a
smooth?
inverted
This
or
game is old as
reversed
fuck, it looks so
Death Valley
smooth.
Driver. Indeed,
Did they
that's what the
upscale
move
it or
was
something?
called
What
when
the
it
fuck?
first started appearing in SmackDown games, but it's clearly a great deal more dangerous. With a move like the DVD, the idea is that the person taking the move rolls with the impact on their shoulders and neck. Therefore, it looks like a nasty move, but
I do
it's
miss
safe,
playing old
at
ass
least
games on
relatively.
stream.
You can't exactly do that with the Burning Hammer, can you? Going straight down from that height?
Yeah, there's no
Jesus.
protecting yourself.
Some have actually wondered if there may have been an element of botching in that Burning Hammer to Misawa. Judging by a couple of the other hammers, it is possible that he didn't quite rotate enough. Or did he choose to go for that sort of impact? There
No, I
seems to
think it
be
was a mistake.
Last second turn to take some of the impact on the shoulder, but clearly most of it is straight to the head and neck. It is really quite scary. Kenta Kobashi would perform the Burning Hammer 6 more times over the course of his career.
Only
and
used it
unlike
7
the Tiger
times in his
Driver
career.
91, the move has a 100% success rate when used by Kobashi. Nobody ever kicked out
Okay,
of
yep,
it.
nobody kicked out of it.
Kenta
Makes
File,
sense.
here on YouTube, has a useful compilation of all 7 uses, complete with dates.
We watch that video, or is he just going to tell the story about all the Burning Hammers? I think so. I think so.
Akiyama, the tag titles. Now, this is perhaps the sickest of all the Burning Hammer bumps, mainly because
That
we
shit will
have a
paralyze
couple of
people. They ain't
cases
give a fuck.
particularly this one. I mean, let's not.
Like, imagine being a wrestler and being told that you're going to go against Kenta fucking Kobashi, knowing damn well that this dude uses a fucking burning hammer. Though he doesn't use it every single match. Obviously, he only used it like 7 times in his like 20+ year career. I'd be scared as fuck. What if he decides to do it just off the rip, calling it in the match? Like, hey yo, I'm about to lift you up and hit you with the burning hammer, drop you right on your fucking neck or the top of your dome. I would have pulled out of the match. I don't give a fuck. I'm pussy.
Protection.
I'm pussy.
is there. Good grief. An
Look
absolutely
at this, bro.
terrifying bump.
No,
And here the
bro.
commentary does
No,
call the move by
bro.
its actual name. This would be the move's last usage in all Japan. It made its Noah debut a few months into the company's history when Kobashi faced off against Akiyama, now his main rival, on December 23rd, 2000 in the company's biggest show to date, Great Voyage. As with just about all the instances of this move being used, it's at the end of an absolutely epic contest. Now, I tend to think of this one as the Fire Pro Burning Hammer, as it always seemed to me like this particular hammer is the one that Spike based their animation of the move on, at least the new version of it anyway. Either that or the next one. There's not much chance of seeing the hammer in either 2001 or 2002, half of it anyway, seeing as Kobashi spent a lot of that time on the injured list, but the next usage of the move is perhaps the most important.
His body was so cooked by then. Around 2002, by the way, the year I was born. Like, he was moving slow, but like at the same time, he still was like one of the best wrestlers in the world.
Of all. We've already covered this match extensively, but Kenta Kobashi used the move on March 1st, 2003 against Mitsuharu Misawa at the end of one of the greatest matches of all time to finally defeat him in a singles match and win the GHC heavyweight title.
Another GOAT.
Starting off his legendary reign. What a match and what a finish. The hammer would be used to defend the title twice during that reign. First off, it would happen against Akiyama once more on July 10th.
But I have to log off. It's 3
in
a.m.
the main event
3 a.m.
of
up in
Noah's
this
biggest
bitch.
show
Have a
to
good
date,
stream. Appreciate you
March
for stopping by, bro.
2004, their first card in the Tokyo Dome. Again, there's almost
Thank you
no
so
words for
very
it.
much, bro.
And it is at this point where perhaps it
Have a
was
good night.
decided that in this incarnation, the Burning Hammer might just possibly be too dangerous. That it depended so much on the rotation being exactly perfect, and there was too much risk of a very serious injury.
See, like, this is a move I wouldn't be mad that any wrestler just straight up stop using, or it just gets banned immediately. Cause like, bro, that could end people's career, or even at worst, their life.
The sixth Burning Hammer would happen against fellow pillar Akira Taue on September 10th, 2004. And
I thought he
this
used it
marked the
last
debut
on
of the wrist clutch
Kenta.
variation. Speaking in kayfabe, obviously a modification like the wrist clutch makes this move even more devastating, as if that was even necessary.
Another Kenta, like a younger, like, is a different wrestler. Or was he going against someone else? I don't know.
But
I don't
in
remember.
fact, the wrist clutch actually makes the bump a lot more controlled, with less risk of it being nothing but head and neck. It should be noted that there were
that's a little
odd
better
times
version
where
of
the
it.
move was teased, but didn't happen. Kobashi did attempt to use the Burning Hammer on Yoshihiro Takayama in his classic April 25th, 2004 defense against him, but Takayama was able to get out of it.
Done eating.
Now I must say, I dread to think what an unwrist-clutched Burning Hammer on the 6'4", 276-pound Takayama would have looked like.
Yeah, this guy's a fucking unit.
To add the wrist clutch. The final use of the Burning Hammer is actually the most controversial
Kenta.
of the lot.
Kenta.
On the 5th of March 2006, Kenta Kobashi used the wrist clutch hammer in a singles bout against his protege, Kenta.
I knew
This
it.
was quite a shock because, well, it's such an honor. As you can see, losing to the Burning Hammer is something that's only reserved for guys who are in the very elite class of all-time greats. And Kenta, in 2006, was still a young buck with a huge amount of potential, but definitely not on that level. Hell, this was when he was still largely representing the junior division, holding the title.
You remember when Mark Henry gave Rey Mysterio a serious injury? Was the injury real or scripted? Which one are you talking about? Bro, whenever I think about Rey Mysterio and like a big man in like a confrontation, this is what I think of. Hello. Or anything. Most replayed. Alright, here it is. Oh, he's picking him up like a surfboard. Oh my god, no, bro. You want to talk about injuries? He fell right on his fucking head. Even though like this little mat is like cushioned a little bit, it's not cushioned that much. Straight up a little boredom, bro. A little boredom. Look, with ease. Yeah, Big Show was nasty back then. That's abuse, literally.
So there was a lot of people
niggas always picking on
whether
Ray.
Kenta was truly deserving
Always
of
picking
such
on
an
Ray.
honor so relatively early on in his career. It was a very bold move, an unusually bold one that ideally should have paid off big with the making of Kenta as someone capable of that level. The fact that it didn't really end up working out that way isn't so much on Kenta and his skill, as it is the frustratingly
I need to watch this match again.
that could never truly make anyone into a star on the Misawa or
It's been so long. I remember watching this match when I was like fucking, what, 14 on fucking Daily Motion. Fucking, I don't even think 360p, I think 240p. They had like all the New Japan and fucking Noah, AJPW matches on fucking Daily Motion and shit. Lowest quality ever. Every time the internet would come off at my crib, because that shit would happen a lot frequently because we weren't able to pay it, I would always download a bunch of wrestling matches before the Wi-Fi turns off, and I would just watch them on fucking repeat, bro, before I like fall asleep and shit.
Downturn of the company's business in general. And this
These
was
were
the
my
final time
favorite
that
type of
Kobashi
fucking
used the move,
matches.
with Kobashi not really featuring a great deal in appropriately huge.
Another one of my favorite matches, like I mostly downloaded like these Japanese wrestling matches, but like for a WWE match, Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania, like that was fucking fantastic. And CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar, two amazing matches. I still remember like having that shit downloaded on my little crusty ass Android phone.
Singles matches after his return from battling cancer, and with his body finally not allowing him to go at that
Dude,
level,
my favorite eras from WWE is John Cena versus CM Punk. In the DX era, oh my gosh, John Cena versus CM Punk,
now,
bro.
of course, we do need to talk about
Chef's
the
kiss.
origins of the move. Much like the Tiger Driver 91 and so many other famous moves, the Burning Hammer has its roots in Joshi. Although again, it's not quite the same move. This time, Kyoko Inoue,
Our wrestling queens,
on the 12th of August 1996, in a big classic match against Manami Toyota.
Hey, bro, don't sleep on the Joshis. These women, they be going fucking crazy. They be going harder than the men sometimes, bro.
For the WWWA World Title, Kyoko Inoue debuted.
They be nasty as fuck. They be ragdolling each other. Look at this shit, bro.
The Victoria Driver is very similar to the Hammer, although the bump certainly isn't quite as extreme. It's more of an upper back bump, as opposed to being...
I don't know. I think it's just something super satisfying to watch Japanese wrestling with, like... It feels very, like, raw. Like, the people with the cameras, like, all around the ring. The dark background from the fucking crowd. You know, the cameras flashing and stuff, even though I don't think that really happens much now in Japanese wrestling. It definitely doesn't happen in American wrestling. But I don't know, it's just the atmosphere is so satisfying. I don't know.
It looks so smooth. In the hands of Kyoko,
make me want to get a fat back TV and just watch this shit, bro, on a VHS.
This was more like her new regular finisher, replacing the Niagara Driver. Not a move with 100% success rate, but very effective and obviously used a lot more. There's another claim kicking around. That's being
pepperoni and nipples, bro.
Invented by total lack of any evidence means that there is really no.
This is really interesting training, but like, look, this looks so odd, but like it makes sense though.
Him use a diving headbutt.
Look at that shit.
Blatantly total lack of.
Imagine you go to the gym and just see someone on the ropes doing this shit.
There is really no basis whatsoever.
Ass tooted up in the air.
Plus, at its
fucking 7 feet in the fucking air and shit. I mean, it makes sense though. I can see why that would be useful. Ooh, that was a clean catch, huh?
Everybody agrees was innovated by its
She literally jumped into her shoulders. What the fuck?
But where does it come from? It may possibly come from Fire Pro Wrestling back in the 2000s.
Fire Pro Wrestling. I got the latest Fire Pro Wrestling game. I haven't played in like a year. They still have that same kicking animation.
They instead called it the Wakamoto Special 78. Wakamoto being the surname for Itetu Wakamoto, the game's version of Katetsu Yamamoto, who also often features in.
You like that type of... Hey, yo. Yo.
Like Spike put this in as a form of
is that Jushin Thunder Liger? That's Jushin. That's crazy. Bro, this nigga's so fucking old, bro. What the hell?
Usually quite prominent in the Fire Pro games. Kobashi's iteration is, of course, to make it much more of a head drop, with clearly devastating effect and also quite influential effect. Unlike the Tiger Driver 91, this isn't really a move that would largely stay in his hands, and it didn't really take long at all for lots of other people to start using it. In a time when more and more people are watching those Puro tapes and more wrestlers are getting heavily influenced by what they're seeing, a move like the Burning Hammer is something that seriously blows up the IWC in a way that the Tiger Driver 91 seriously blows up the IWC in a way that the...
This kind of reminds me of like how you... Can you do anything about that though? I think the best thing you do is tuck your head, because like if you just like keep your head straight, then you're going to fall straight on like top of your head. But like This reminds me of like the Styles Clash.
Seriously blows up the IW.
Hold on. I don't think I want to show it completely, but hold on. That's fuck, I'm blanking on his name. I don't think that's the same guy though. Damn. Yeah, that is him. Fuck, I forgot his name. He has a YouTube channel now where he just like explains wrestling moves and shit. I forgot his name though. Yeah, I forgot his name. I got it. Oh, okay. I think we all know where this is going. I think we all know where this is going. And I don't think I need to play any more of it. Yeah.
You see, in a way like the Tiger Driver.
Have you ever watched Mexican wrestling, Boot?
Have done quite as much back when that.
As far as Mexican, you know, lucha, I think surprisingly not. He didn't die or get hurt too bad. He was fine. And apparently AJ Styles, was AJ Styles the one that was mad? I don't know. I think someone was mad after that fucking happened. But when it comes to lucha wrestling, I think the closest I've watched to lucha wrestling is Lucha Underground. I never watched really AAA or those other brands and stuff, but like they'd definitely be breeding really good wrestlers though.
Like Kins Road era All Japan, the US Indies can often be in their own arms race when it comes to big moves, so someone was undoubtedly going to start doing the hammer as a regular finisher sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
And hey, it may as well be a big guy like Math.
Yeah, true.
It's also worth mentioning.
No, bro, let me not go on an AEW rant because I love AEW. Oh, Mark Briscoe.
Mentioning Mark Briscoe here and his own variation on the move, the cutthroat driver, which isn't something he breaks out often these days, but it's a move he was using regularly back in the early 2000s when he was still a teenager, often in matches against his late great elder brother Jay. And yes, it is a burning hammer with the addition of a Japanese stranglehold arm across the neck. God damn! When it comes to the indies, Math and Briscoe are two names that readily spring to mind here. But of course they aren't necessarily the only ones, as there's a good few more over the years.
Lucha Libre are the roots of wrestling and they look so cool. But I've never watched an actual match. Same. I mean, Lucha Underground, I've watched it, but Lucha Underground, it surprisingly didn't have a lot of Mexican. It had a lot. It was very diverse. Lucha Underground. I wish they would bring it back, honestly. I like their cinematics too.
There's a good few kicking around. As a quick diversion before we get into the big companies, there is another guy who has a pretty hefty association with the move, perhaps third behind Kenta Kobashi and Kyoko Inoue, Wolf Hawkfield. Wolf may be a largely fictional wrestler, aside from the time he was portrayed by Jim Steele in 90s AJPW, but 2006's Virtua Fighter
It's making me squeamish. Suck it up, Emma.
As a move. And it's not just any regular throw. In fact, it is by far the most damaging single move in the entirety of the game, dealing
what is it, Tekken?
Points of damage.
This ain't Tekken, is it?
This is worth mentioning thanks to both the
this is Dead or Alive. Wait, what is this?
And All Japan, and Sega giving the move a very appropriate
Virtual Fighter?
Respect.
Yeah, Virtual Fighter. Oh, I can't wait for that new Virtual Fighter.
That isn't the very start of the round.
I can't wait.
It's
so, oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, bro. Kane had a fantastic introduction too. Dude, you remember early Chris Jericho?
The burning hammer would be thoroughly banned for most of the past 25 years.
They did use it here, didn't they?
Kicking around than you might think.
Yeah, they did use it in Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles. By the way,
examples of it kicking around than you might think. Although they certainly
after this video, I'm gonna play a little bit of Sekiro, and then I gotta watch fucking Saturday Night Live. Because Cody Rhodes is going against Kevin Owens. I want to see what happens there. Chris Jericho is so ass now. He was good until 2015. I feel like Chris Jericho should have retired right after he lost the AEW title. Because I actually did enjoy his title reign a bit. And I think it was kind of a good idea for him to win the championship because, like, seasoned vet, it gives the legitimacy to the AEW title. him being the first champion and shit. So I didn't really mind it at all. But like, I feel like he should have retired there. Y'all want to know what happened right now? My second monitor just fell. What the fuck? Oh my god, the Cruiserweight Classic. Oh my god, take me back. Oh my god, bro. Imagine if Triple H was running WWE's booking around this time, bro. We would probably still have Kota Ibushi. No, never mind. This dude literally does whatever he wants, and he doesn't want to be tied to any fucking company. So never mind about him. But we would have had so many good wrestlers around this time and kept them in WWE.
Of Mauro Ranallo and Daniel Bryan on comms. However, it didn't quite get the pin. And then, at Backlash on the 4th of May 2024,
Backlash.
AJ Styles used the hammer
5-star match, by the way.
Rhodes in their match for Cody's WWE Championship. And Cody kicked out at 1, using the hammer for a big old fighting spirit Hulk up, and eventually going on to win the bout and defend his title. What to make of all of that then? Something that's consistent over most of the times that the Burning Hammer has been used outside of Kenta Kobashi.
Motherfucking Boo did the Burning Hammer to his monitor, yeah.
There's always a bit of controversy.
I got a little fed up.
Undoubtedly, there's people who have given Dan Maff and other
yeah, my fucking monitor is so flimsy.
Regularly, especially if you then add in other factors like, for example, doing a Burning Hammer onto some chairs or some doors. Or
some doors.
This thing here is.
Yeah, just random indie shit.
WWE uses of the move have always generated a lot of discussion.
Underground Mud Show.
A lot of people think that Brian Kendrick should have beaten Kota Ibushi off of the move, or that Cody at the very least should not have kicked out of the Burning Hammer at 1. That last one especially becomes a big flashpoint when you look at how tribal and flame war happy the fans of WWE and AEW get on social media.
Man, but like at the same time, who gives a fuck about like what people, WWE fans and AEW fans arguing? Who gives a fuck? That's like honestly literally like a small bubble on the internet. It's just a small bubble of people getting mad at each other, and then we forget about it like next week, if even that. So, but like at the same time, when he kicked out of the Burning Hammer at 1, I was honestly like, really? 1? But like at the same time, you know, babyface, fighting spirit, all that hoopla and shit. I need to look at his Burning Hammer again and how he took it. Was it really devastating? Did he land on his neck, or it was like more on his shoulder or back? I don't remember.
The WWE side often talking about how AEW matches are
fair criticism. I'm not gonna act like people are wrong for arguing about this. It's out of all the things that people be arguing about when it comes to like wrestling and stuff, I feel like this is like one of the fairest things to like have an argument about or debate. If he should have kicked out at 1.
Full of people throwing out these really risky moves for
considering the history of the move.
That and there's an argument to be made that all of this has somewhat.
So like you saying the people Kenta Kobashi did the move on, they're just fodder crap and shit, or is it just Kenta Kobashi does the move better than AJ Styles? What is it?
Weakened the Burning Hammer.
Like if Kenta Kobashi did that to Cody Rhodes, would he have kicked out at 1? Like, it's wrestling logic is so fucking weird.
That nowadays it's just not as special a move as it once was. Now, this is undoubtedly true, although that would always be the case, really, considering that the main man associated with the move is now happily retired. There's always a part of wrestling law that states that no matter how devastating a move is, it's only truly a guaranteed finisher in the hands of the person who has perfected it.
Right, just said it. So Kenta Kobashi just use it better. That's done deal. No point in debating it anymore.
Who is synonymous with it.
I guess.
The only true Burning Hammer belongs to Kenta Kobashi, just as previously the only true Tiger Driver 91 belonged to Misawa. There's a big difference, and that's just all a part of the art of wrestling. Indeed, according to an account from the Twitter user Ben Bigelow in 2016, who asked a question to the man himself in 2005 about other people using the move, Kenta Kobashi had a simple, if curt, response. If I'm not doing it, it's not a Burning Hammer.
Hold on, okay. That's a good response.
Of course,
I feel
for
it.
all of this,
I
there's
feel
the
it. I
biggest
feel it.
argument of the lot. There are many people who, especially with Kobashi long retired and all of that, would be happy if they never saw the burning hammer ever again, and that
Talk
it's
your
too
shit,
damn
Kenta.
dangerous a move for it to be worth it. One
Nah.
where the margins between a spectacular move and a broken freaking neck are just too damn small, even with the best of competitors, let alone everybody else. On the other hand, you could argue that in wrestling, and people do, that there is an inherent risk involved in even the simplest of moves, all of which require a collaborative effort on behalf of the user and the recipient in order to be performed effectively and safely. That a body slam or a hip toss could injure somebody severely when executed incorrectly, and that there too the margins are a lot smaller than most people may think. Now this is a big argument, of course, one that's as old as time. But of course, it's never going to stop people from trying to reach those heights, from doing what they can to make the audience love what they're watching, no matter how big that audience.
Hold on, I'm gonna watch the full Styles Clash video, BRB. You talking about the one where he turned bro's fucking neck into string cheese?
I'm sure there'll be.
Why do you want to see that? I didn't even want to look at it. I paused that shit at the perfect time.
This particular move. And hopefully you've enjoyed this look at the burning hammer and got something out of it.
Excellent
Until
video.
Next time, bye for now.
I love Kenta Kobashi. Excellent video. And the stream did get taken down. Yay! Yippee! Oh yeah, I'm subscribed to him. Does he make videos frequently? He somewhat, occasionally. It's good enough. Hell yeah. Alright, let's get into Sekiro. Good video. Kenta Kobashi, best wrestler in the world. Don't care. Don't care. Don't debate me on it either. Alright, let's play some Sekiro.